Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see from the title, we're gonna go over some pros and cons of cruising. Who doesn't want to know how to do that? So make sure you guys stay tuned. All right guys, so we're not gonna start off with the bad. Let's start off with the good. So pros first. So our first pro of cruising. Now, I do want to let y'all know, I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before, but this is only my husband and I's second cruise that we're going on in just a couple of weeks. Countdown to cruise day. Thank y'all for watching. But all we know is Carnival. So I don't know anything about any of the other cruise lines. So this is just that disclaimer for our experience through Carnival Cruise Lines. So let's get into it. One of the pros that I think is a great thing about cruising, just in general, not necessarily through Carnival, is that it gives you a great sampling of different destinations. So if you're interested in flying to Jamaica, the Bahamas, Mexico, Cayman Islands, any of those places, it gives you an idea of what it's like in those places before you go and book a resort and a flight to that place. You get to spend a few hours kind of experimenting with the city, seeing what the town has to offer, things like that. So it's a great sample of different places and options that you have to go to without being fully committed to spending a week in just that place. Then you get to try it out and see if you do want to go back and book a resort. One of the other pros, there are a lot of activities on a Carnival cruise ship. I'm pretty sure that's on any cruise ship, but Carnival has a lot of activities. I mean, you can do bingo, you can go to the casino, you can eat 24/7. They have different theater shows, they have a comedy club, they have a regular club, they have stuff for your kids. There's so much stuff to do that you also have to remember that you're on vacation and that you need to relax. So take that into consideration. There's plenty of activities to do while you're on the cruise, but please make sure you make time to relax. That's why you're on vacation. Duh. One of the other pros, there's always friendly and welcoming staff everywhere. Even if they probably hate their job and they're only doing this to provide money for their families, most of the time you wouldn't even know that because they're so friendly and they remember things about you. The great thing about the staff in the dining hall, they learn what you like to drink. They learn how you like your drinks made. They learn your name. They remember all kinds of things about you. So make sure you take care of those people, of course. But the staff is awesome. You're lost, they'll show you where to go. Your room stewards, they try to speak to you anytime they see you in the hallway, day or night. They remember your name and they speak to you. It's great. Everybody's great on the ship. I haven't had a bad experience, but I'm sure people have. I have not. Everybody's been amazing. The process, another pro, it's an easy process for cruising. You either can book through a travel agent or you can go directly to the websites and book your cruise. I will tell you, if there is an issue with your cruise or it becomes discounted for some reason because they're trying to hurry up and get people on the boat, they will offer you credits. You'll get an onboard credit for your cruise if the price has gone down, or they'll, adjust it as needed. But the process is super easy. We've had a video about that in the past on how to decide how to pick your cruise. So make sure you guys go back and check that out. But you just need to know where you want to go and when you're leaving. That's pretty much it. Great process. Just pay your money, get on the ship. Which brings me to the last pro that I have. There's plenty more, but I condensed this down. But it's all inclusive. So your juice, coffee, water included. Now, if you want sodas and alcohol, that's a whole different thing. But that's all included. Most of your food is included, minus specialty dining things like the steakhouse. Certain things on different ships, they have sushi, Italian restaurants, things like that. But outside of those particular items, everything's all inclusive. So you want a burger at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you go get a burger. You go to dinner and you're really hungry, order yourself 5 entrees because you can do that. You really like that dessert at dinner, get 6 of them. I mean, you may have to work out a little bit harder when you get home, but you can order it. That's completely up to you. So don't cheat yourself, as I like to say, treat yourself. So if you didn't know that you can order a whole bunch of different entrees and sides in the dining room, you can. Okay. So don't leave thinking you have to get a little bitty portion of food and be hungry and have to starve all fucking night. You don't. Order as much food as you want. That's what they're there for. So that rounds up the pros of cruising on Carnival. If you guys have any other things that you guys have experienced, please feel free to drop those comments below. I'd love to hear about y'all's experiences because, you know, I only have mine to go based off on and the other YouTubers that I see out there in YouTuber land. So make sure y'all talk to me. Let us know what's going on so that maybe we might be on the same cruise together and we don't even know. So make sure y'all stay tuned for the cons. All right, guys. So this is when it gets a little more serious. Nah, I'm playing. I'm bullshitting with y'all. These are the cons, because there's always something bad. If there's an up, there's a down. So there are some cons to Carnival cruising. I did have to think a little bit harder about it because, you know, I'm just ready to go on vacation. But there are some cons. Nothing super serious, but things that, you know, you need to prepare yourself for if you've never been on a cruise before. One of the number one things that is kind of annoying, and that is a con, on embarkation day, the captain or the cruise director is going to be making lots of announcements. When I say a lot of announcements, a lot of announcements. So the speaker is, you know, hooked up to your room, and you may be wanting to record a video for YouTube or take a quick nap before you have to go to your muster drill. Whatever you may be doing, there's going to be lots of announcements going on constantly for several hours until you take off. I mean, which they are helpful announcements because it's telling you kind of how cruising works. But at some point you're like, please shut the fuck up. So I'm just letting you know, there's going to be lots of announcements and beeping and all kinds of things that's happening on your first day in the first few hours. Prepare yourself. And on your port days when you're supposed to get off the boat, they get on the loudspeaker and start talking. So if you didn't plan on going into port and you wanted to sleep in, just know there's going to be some announcements. Just FYI, prepare yourself. One of the other cons, and I'm only speaking this because I've only gone on a cruise during spring break. So there's lots of kids, lots of families. Anytime there's a holiday and kids don't have to be at school, prepare to have a lot of kids, a lot of large families on the ship. And there is going to be a cost difference. Anytime it's a holiday, the costs are usually higher. So just prepare yourself for that. It's going to be a lot of rugrats running around. If you wanted to have an adult-only cruise, that time of the year may not be for you. Or Carnival may not be for you because it's usually a lot of kids. There are adult cruise lines out there. Check those out if you don't want to be bothered with children. But just a heads up, there's certain times of the year when there's a lot of kids. One of the other cons is the cost of drinks. And they do have a drink package. The last time we went on the cruise last year, we did get the drink package, which was rather expensive. I believe it's $50, around $50, $50, $55 per person per day. So depending on the length of your cruise, add that on there. And it doesn't matter if you don't drink and your spouse does or your roommate, whatever, they're charging for both people over the age of 21. So if you're going to get the drink package, make sure everybody that's grown drinks alcohol because y'all are all getting charged for it. So you might as well drink it. The cost of drinks, it's just like going to any resort, if you go to games, things like that, you go to bars, restaurants, it's pretty much the same. I mean, you're paying 10, 12, 9, you know, it's anywhere in that range that you're paying for that. So if you're a drinker, I would definitely suggest the drink package or get you some rum runners. We'll talk about that in another video. I do have a video about rum runners coming up, so make sure you guys are liked and subscribed so that y'all can see that video. We'll do that closer to cruise day when we're getting ready to pack and all that stuff, but I do have a rum runner video for you guys, so stay tuned for that. If you guys don't know what rum runners are, check out a couple of other videos and make sure you come back so you can see ours, but that'll save you some money as well. But just know, if you're a drinker, you're either going to be spending a lot of money or you're going to be smuggling some alcohol on. Either way, it's going to cost you some money. All right? All right. One of the next cons are the vendors at the ports. There are a few ports where you have to actually walk through a physical gift shop, and there's people, you know, trying to get you to taste alcohol and buy jewelry and buy perfume and buy a hat and buy this and that, this, that, this, that. So just know you're gonna have people that are trying to get you to buy things when you go into these ports. It's how they make their money. They wait for us to get there so that they can take our money. So just know that that's a thing. Make sure you're prepared. Make sure you bring singles, ones, you know, so that you can tip different people. Also so that you can buy those things at some of these ports, because they don't take credit cards or debit cards. So make sure you have cash on you. But there are going to be lots of port vendors trying to sell you all kinds of things that have something to do with that port that you're in. So just be prepared, be mindful, be understanding. You can say no, and you can also haggle these prices. So keep an open mind.
Mama, can
yes.
I have this one?
Well, hello. You want to say hello to everybody? Come here.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking to YouTube. Come on. Excuse her hair.
Uh-huh.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, everyone. I can't remember. My name is Kelly.
Your name is Kinley?
Yeah.
What's my name?
Mama.
Awesome. It's Mama. It's Kinley. It's Kinley. It's Mama. She just decided to come in and join us for our video. You gonna tell everybody bye?
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Excuse that little interruption. But it brings me to my last and final con. The amount of time that you get to spend in the ports that you do visit is very limited. So make sure that you understand your shore excursion may take up your whole time in the port. You don't get to do any exploring. It may not. But you only have a certain amount of time before that boat is going to leave your ass. So make sure you get the maximum amount out of your time spent there. And like I said, it's a sampling. So you don't get to spend, you know, a lot of time. You got to do as much as you can in the time that you're given. So that's really a con for me. I wish we could spend more time. There are certain cruises where you do get to spend overnight in certain ports, which is awesome. I haven't been on one of those yet, but I do look forward to doing that. And then you get to kind of explore a little bit more, check out the nightlife, all of that. So be mindful of that you're not going to be in the port that long. So enjoy it. But guys, it's been great. It's been fun. Make sure you guys book your next cruise. And if you're on a cruise that we're going on, make sure you tap us on the shoulder and say, hey, our small life. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Vernon. Nice to see y'all. So we can hang out and go have some drinks together. You never know. But love bugs, we'll see you soon. Make sure you guys stay watching Countdown to Cruise Day because it's almost here. Bye, guys.